Hello, YouTube. This is the second and final part of the August Wi-Fi 4th Gen Smart Lock miniseries. August did send me a replacement, so in this video, I'm going to unbox that. We'll take a look at what's included in the box, and then we'll install the new lock. Welcome to the channel. My name's Jeff. I'm an IT nerd by day and a smart home enthusiast by night. Come along with me on my journey to smartify all the things. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video for info about the giveaway. A quick recap for those of you that haven't seen part 1. I'll throw a link down in the description for it in case you want to go and see all the details on the history of this. But I've had the lock for almost a year and it mostly worked fine. Starting a few months ago, it was making some noises continually when I tried to unlock. It did unlock, but it was noisy. So I contacted August. They asked for a video, which turned into part 1 of this, so I sent them the video. The next day, they came back to me asking for still photos of the lock from above and from straight on, which I sent. Then they came back asking for photos of the tail adapter. We'll cover that during unboxing here in a few minutes, which I sent to them. Then they came back and asked for a video. Again. At this point, I kind of lost my mind on them. May or may not have had a few choice words for them in my response, but in that response, I also laid into them about the complete lack of usefulness of the way they decided to implement Homekit support. The next response from them came back that the lock was indeed faulty and they wanted my address to send a replacement, which I provided. Now, to their credit, shipping was very quick. They emailed me on a Saturday to say they'd received my shipping info and would be sending a replacement. I got shipping info a few hours later, and the replacement lock arrives the following Wednesday. There also was no RMA process, no RMA paperwork, nothing. It doesn't appear they want the old lock back. That's great news. I really find it so annoying when I have to ship something back out, so kudos to them for that. On the flip side though, not getting broken product back doesn't allow them the opportunity to do a post-mortem on the device and figure out why it failed so they can learn and improve their product, so there's that. Either way, they did just ship the lock out right away without making me ship the old one back first, like so many companies do with products these days, which is nice. I mean, how would I keep my house locked? Pliers on that little tab on the door? My wife would choke me. So they get bonus points for the fast and mostly trouble-free replacement. However, their responses had not addressed my Homekit question, so I replied to them again and pressed the issue. It immediately became clear that the person responding to my emails was completely unfamiliar with anything to do with the smart home except for the August lock. I received back a 3-paragraph lecture about how
HomeKit was only supported by Apple devices, so the fact that they have only included HomeKit configuration in their iOS app makes perfect sense to them.
Bullshit level DEFCON 5.
I replied and explained that was incorrect, and there were many other third-party products such as Home Assistant that can leverage HomeKit without the need for a single Apple device to be present anywhere. Then I asked if they had any future plans on the roadmap to remedy this oversight and to allow everyone else to have local control over the lock as well. The response came back no, they had no plans to make such a change. So the short version is that unless you're an Apple user, the August Wi-Fi lock effectively does not have HomeKit support since there's no way to configure it without an Apple device. What a shame. And apparently, they also don't give a shit about improving their product to fix that. So let's take a look at what they sent me. Here's the package. In the box, we've got the lock, 4 different colored adapters for various manufacturers' lock designs. We've got a contact sensor. We've got a mounting plate. We've got a spacer plate. And we've got some instruction booklets. The mounting plate mounts to the door in place of the existing lock's thumb lever, and the August lock connects to that mounting plate using these 2 clamps on the back. The 4 different colored adapters are used to allow the lock to attach to tail pieces from different brands of locks. According to the instructions, the following types of locks are supported: Baldwin Estate Images, Baldwin Reserve Prestige, Defiant, MTech, Kwikset, Omnia, Schlage, Weiser, Westlock, and Yale. There are a few caveats with some of these lock types that are spelled out in more detail in the instruction manual. The contact sensor can be used to configure auto locking in the app. I chose not to use it since I already have a different contact sensor and I handle automations from Home Assistant, so that I didn't want to drill holes to mount the stuff. Physical installation of the lock is very easy. Just saw me lock the plate to the back of the lock. So this is attached to the door. Lock goes on. Just close these two here like so, and you're connected to the door. In my case, it's going to be simply swapping this main piece since all the rest of this is already set up on my door. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go run upstairs and slap this on the door, and then we'll go through adding the lock in the app and configuring it. Before we do that though, if you're enjoying this video, or if you like my DIY haircut, or you like my funny t-shirts, or maybe you're just a really nice person who wants to support the channel, please go ahead and give that like button a flick for me. That tells the all-powerful YouTube algorithm that this video didn't suck and that more people should see it. Your support really means a lot to me, so thank you. First, let's open the August app. That's my old lock shown there. Tap the 3 bars in the upper left to pull out the menu. Tap Set up new device. Tap Set up a smart lock. Tap Wi-Fi smart lock 4th generation. Tap Start. Tap Continue, my device is installed. Even if you're not going to use it, tap Continue, my door sense is installed. You can change this later. Tap Start. Tap Start Setup. The app will scan for your new lock. Once found, you can either add it to an existing home or add a new house. Set a name for your lock. Tap Continue. The lock is added to your house in the app. Next, the app will check to see if a firmware update is needed. My lock did require an update, so I had to wait. Next is calibration. Tap Continue to begin. Since I chose not to use DoorSense, I'm going to tap Don't use DoorSense. Yes, disable DoorSense. Continue. Manually lock the door and tap Next. Manually unlock the door and tap Next. Now it's time to test. Tap Continue. Tap Continue Setup to configure Wi-Fi. Tap Use built-in Wi-Fi. Tap to allow location permission. I'm going to allow while using the app. The lock will scan for available networks. Tap the SSID you'd like to use. Provide the password and tap Done. Tap Test Signals to make sure the lock has adequate signal strength. Tap Continue. Tap Finish and crack a beer. You're done. Pretty easy, right? You can do it. Still looking to hear from Sean Christensen for the 500 subscriber prize and Patrick Sullivan for the 750 subscriber prize. Guys, please leave your email address in the comments so I can get your prizes out to you. If I don't hear from them by the time I make the next video, I'll go ahead and redraw. When the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a kick-ass prize to celebrate. Make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss the video where I announce the winner. Then, comment on the first video on this channel about installing Home Assistant on Windows 10. I'm going to pick the winner randomly from the comments on that video. The contest is open to residents of the continental United States. As always, I hope you found this video informative. I hope you found it entertaining. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that nonsense. And until next time, go automate something, will ya?